Well, here we go. Here we go again. Another episode of the El Grando Show coming to you from Portland, Oregon. I am your host. I am the one. Often imitated, never duplicated. So, like I always start the show, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's being safe. I hope, excuse me. Hope everybody's finding a direction, so to speak. A way out of this fucking pandemic. It does seem that. Excuse me again. I just munched on some ramen and just getting a little bit of heartburn. But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to talk about what I just ate for dinner. Okay, I'm here to do this show to give y'all another outlook besides the mainstream media and pop culture. So cheers. Salud, everybody. I got a pretty good show for y'all today. It's up there. I don't usually say this, but I just need to find a groove. Once I'm in there and I know what I want to talk about, and it pertains to a lot of people, and I'm sure people can relate. So yeah. So that's what I try to do. Basically, I try to, just, I don't have a PhD. I don't have any formal training. I listen to a lot of like comedy shows and podcasts, and like whenever I go somewhere and have a drink with a friend, we always usually run into somebody or somebody else who, have something to say. So it's like, it's kind of like what we've always done, but I'm trying to kind of translate that into this, right? Because it's just something that I felt like I need to do, especially during the pandemic. I've always wanted to do this, but I never really gave it too much thought until we were home and we all got sent to our rooms. So, in that regard, I think a lot of people kind of, gave everything a lot of consideration, things that they've been putting off. And, I was definitely part of that group, and this is something that I definitely have passion for, and I would like to pursue. I just don't have, the time. That's why it's definitely taking longer to put shows out, but it's just because life happens. I work 90. I work. So I don't always. Some things happen, or I have things that I want to do, or just everyday life things happen. I don't have time to put shows out, but best believe, I definitely have ideas and things, and it's just with everything like changing, it's definitely, it's a little bit more challenging, to try and plan for things, or having any kind of guess in that kind of sense. But yeah, I'm already seeing it. Some shows that I follow have changed. A lot of new shows been popping up because people have been thinking about it. So, it's definitely like a mixed bag right now, because like people are starting to venture out. So like, comedians are starting to go back on tour, so they're not doing this show podcast as much anymore. And Joe Rogan's always going to be there. I have no idea how he finds the time. But of course, he's a fucking multimillionaire who doesn't. That's all he's got is time, and that's his main source of income. I mean, he's getting paid right now, to do a show, and so that's all he needs to focus on. He can pretty much put everything else in the back seat and be like, "Yeah, fuck that." Go to Vegas and fucking, commentary on some UFC fight and get paid. That's the life right there. That's the life. Shit. But yeah, so man, I don't know where to start. I kind of went off on a weird tangent there, but that's how we do it. Yeah, I just like I said, I'm super excited to do shows again, and it just sucks that things are changing. Then people are starting to feel a little bit braver about going out. So, people are going on vacation, so you can't really plan on this and that. And, but here we are. Here we are. June. And we're gonna, keep it rocking and rolling, just really happy as far as the direction we're going. Just like to add that, just really happy at the direction we're going. And as far as the pandemic, putting that behind us. And I mean, like I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but if you have the same outlook you had before the pandemic, then something's wrong with you. Like if you still sweat the small shit, then you didn't learn anything from this pandemic. And you need to slap yourself on the face. Because, I mean, you have to, we were, pretty much, I mean, besides Texas and Florida, but a lot of us were, restrictions and so we all we had was time to reflect and kind of put things in perspective and whatever, what have you, and really test your fucking mental well-being. Because if you didn't fucking, I mean, because like I was fortunate that I was working, but at the same time I know a lot of people opted out, and it was like, I mean, I couldn't do it. Like I knew that, I had to do something. I go fucking crazy. I would go crazy here in my house, just stuck all the time. So when I got asked the question, like, what do you want to do? I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to be around it, and you can't like look back and be like, well, I should have, could have, would have, did this and that. No. Like for me, especially, like I'm a hustler and I'm a survivor. You know what I'm saying? I would have found a way, some way. And of course, when everything first went down, I was really thinking about moving back in with my my mother and but I was like, I can't do that. I just can't. I was just like, you know what? I'll just be moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it was like, it just meant that I wasn't moving forward with my life, and I was like trying to get back into the womb or something. Like I wasn't trying to be a grown up, because you have to put on your big boy pants sometimes and be like, you know what, I gotta handle my shit, and I realize it's not that easy for some people, but it is for me. Like I know that I have to do something, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some ways that, whether it be like trying to figure out some federal way to help me, whatever the case is, everybody's situation is unique. For me, I know I had that option, but I didn't want to do it, because like I said, I've been hustling all my life. But all right, I think we're just doing tangents all day today. I think this whole show is just tangents, okay? Tangents upon tangents. Salud. Cheers, everybody. I'm actually going to write that down. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we're finally gonna get into the show, all right? You see, this is when I wish I had like a better, like an editor to like. I just want like a theme song, like a little intro song, like a little like '90s Bulls theme, like Lil Cyrus, you know what I'm saying, like something like that. That would be so cool, And I just wish I had a better editor, because like I said, I have content. I just need to market it a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna get into the show, all right? I'm sorry, folks. We're just doing tangents today, okay? But okay. So first thing we're gonna get into today is um Wolfgang Puck. So I just finished listening to an interview with Wolfgang Puck, and it was recent. It was a recent interview, and in the interview, he was saying how um, one of his he has about three like 5-star Michelin, 5 Michelin star restaurants, right? He's got like 5 or 6 of them, but his main one is in L.A., New York, and like Las Vegas. And he said that one of his restaurants in Brentwood, his waiters make $120,000 a year. That's a waiter or a server making $120K a year. Okay, and he said that he can't get anybody to fill that position right now. He says that two other of his places, they can't open for lunch because they don't have the staff. And I thought about that, right? And I was like, wow, it's not just us that are working skeleton crews. It's pretty much everybody. And it's really strange to me because I work customer service, right? I work in food service industry, and I have been for a long time. And so when I hear something like that, and it does like it makes me think, because who would turn down a job making 120K a year? That's some really good money for doing, decent, an honest living, you know what I'm saying? So because it's not just him that's having the problem. It's a lot of businesses right now, a lot of restaurants right now are struggling to find cooks, and in the interview too, or just servers. And matter of fact, and just in general, they're struggling to find staff right now. Everybody's struggling to find staff right now in food service industry, and we're not immune to that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're also facing some of those fucking problems right now. So it just I wanted to comment on that and just say like, well, because what they're doing is what a lot of places are doing is that they're offering like $1,000 bonuses, things like that, after 90 days, and management positions. They're just, what can you offer though? Because it doesn't seem like everybody's just like, getting the fucking unemployment, and they're just like, nah, fuck that. We're just gonna do this right now. And it's just, for me, it's hard for me to think that way, just because like I know it's gonna end, and I know that money's there for a different reason. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're also getting some federal funding. I understand that a lot of people are, but it's gonna run out. It's gonna run out, and I think that's what people are gonna wait for. But if you ask me, it's like, what would I offer people? What is it that companies can offer workers? You know what I'm saying? To get the fucking the staff up. And for me, it was like, it's a no-brainer. I mean, look, um, you can get a lot of people work. Okay, here's the thing, right? A lot of people in the food service industry, they work two jobs because a lot of owners or a lot of businesses will not offer them full-time positions, because if you work full-time, then your company has to offer you uh health insurance. Okay? And I don't see what's wrong with that. I mean, why? What would? It's like the simplest thing, right? Because I mean, all of us, if you work long enough in food service industry, chances are you're gonna work two jobs at one time, because you're not gonna get offered full time hours. Okay. Now, so that being said, that's why a lot of workers, take on two jobs, because they're only getting offered, you know, 22 at one spot, and they're only getting offered, weekends at another spot, and and that's the thing, right? Businesses, they never offered full time. I've been offered it one time, and I did get health care, you know what I'm saying? But it was after Obamacare, it was after, everything happened with that. And so, but it's just an option there that it's so obvious that's there, but nobody wants to talk about it. I just wanted to mention that, because I don't think people understand that. Like, I'm at where I'm at now because, like they were giving me what I wanted, like I wasn't getting full-time hours, but I was getting damn near close to it, and it just everything just added up to me. Because when I first started at the place I was at now, I was working two jobs. I was working two jobs, and shit, I was working 7 days a week at one point, and I did that for like a month and a half, and I just know that I can do it. If worse comes to worse, but I knew that I wasn't going to be doing it all the time. It just worked out where I was only working both jobs one day, and it wasn't that bad, and I was making really good scratch, and I was just fucking putting it away, and that's what, that's what I've been doing this whole time too, it's like, I can't really go out, so I was just fucking trying to stash as much loot as I can. So, but it's just an option there. It's there. It's right there, And for me, it's personal, right? And it's weird that businesses don't get incentives for giving their workers health care. I mean, even partial health care. I don't understand why it's so controversial. And I don't understand why, I don't understand why it's getting to, you'd rather offer people, $1,000 bonus after 90 days instead of offering them health care. It's just, I don't, Wolfgang Puck, when he was talking about it, one of his options, he didn't bring up healthcare. He just said that he wanted to make it easier for, immigrants to work, because they've been paying taxes. Well, no shit. I mean, I just think that, we all pay taxes, and immigrants can pay taxes too. Of course they can. So I don't think that was much of a big option, and he's fucking Wolfgang Puck. He's Wolfgang motherfucking Puck. He's like $1 million fucking restaurants. So But yeah, it's funny to me. It's funny to me. It's just, it's funny in a way that it's like things that are so obvious to to like me and like working class people, but it's like so far fetched for business owners, because for whatever reason, for money, basically for money. But yeah, I think if you're doing food service and you did it through the pandemic like I did, then first of all, give yourself a pat on the back, and you deserve a fucking medal because if, like I said, I can relate to that because I think a lot of people we were all running on skeleton crews, and for the most part, we still are, and I don't think it's gonna stop until um, they stop the unemployment. Until they stop the federal stuff. You know, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Right now, if you want to get it in, I'm sure you can get it right now. You can get paid right now if you fall into the right place. I'm sure there's places right now because everything's starting to open back up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's short staffed. Believe that. But it's just that's how shit goes sometimes. You gotta fucking grin and bear it. Grin and bear it, motherfucker. You know, put on your big boy pants and fucking try and muscle through this fucking last little fucking stretch before we get any help. You know. But all right. So I'm gonna give you guys some jewels. I'm gonna give you guys some advice right now. Now, so there's this is like just something that I wanted to mention because it's like I said, sometimes it takes some people to point out the obvious, and I'm gonna try and do that for some people because they need help. Okay, so if you work in the kitchen, uh, chances are, not always, but you work on a flat top grill, and there's a lot of different flat tops. There's big ones, a lot of breakfast restaurants, or in general, you can be working on a 5 burner flat top, the big fuckers, where you have, different settings on each burner so you can, cook everything and anything on that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing is that they get really dirty. And we in Spanish it's called a plancha. The flat top grill is a plancha. But a plancha translation is it's a clothes iron, or right. It's translated as a hot iron, right? Well, you know what I'm saying. So, but not it's just hot iron, not flat top grill, But anyways, we're getting off the subject. Tangents, nothing but tangents today. So I'm gonna give you guys the 2 ways you clean a flat top grill. Now, like I said, big kitchens may not always have them, but you definitely have like a 6 or 8 burner stove. I'm talking about the big fucking stoves, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can hold big fucking ginormous pots on them. Or, you have the flat top grills. And I've worked on both. And the only thing that sucks is you have to break them down at the end of the night, okay? So first, the first way you can clean a grill at the end of the night, first thing you do is you scrape all the shit off of it, right? And then you can use, uh, first of all, it's a you get a grill brick, and everybody who has a grill, they have bricks, and you use the brick to clean it. So, but it's just a brick, and you need something to kind of take everything off it. And the thing that sucks is that, like I said, the flat irons suck to clean, because all that shit just gets caked up on the fucking grill, especially after a long fucking shift. You have to understand, you're cooking everything on that motherfucker, and everything's just getting caked on there. And you scrape it every now and again, but you can tell just there's still a layer of fucking filth on there. And so it takes a lot of fucking elbow grease to get it off. So these are the two best ways that I found out how to clean them. So the first one is oil, right? Just regular fucking cooking oil. You get it on there, and then you hit it with the grill brick. And that's a good way to clean the flat iron, but the only problem is that it's oil. And the fucking, even if you turn the fucking, it's got to be hot. It's got to be hot. The grill has to be hot for it to clean. And the only problem is that it's fucking oil. And you get any of that shit on you, and it'll burn your fucking face off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll fucking burn you bad. Oil burns, if you don't understand that. So that's the only thing that sucks. But it works killer. And if you can fucking beat the heat, it's an excellent way to clean your grill. And not the cleanest, you know what I'm saying? Because let's say you just you get all the grime off, and then you scrape it again, and then you treat it, you know what I'm saying? But it'll look fucking pristine. And that's what I'm looking for. Because that's how I had to close. When I closed, I had to fucking break down the flat top. So the second way to clean a flat top, the second best way to clean a flat top, is you get a fryer basket. A fryer basket is what you put the fries in or whatever, and you dip it in the fryer. So you get a fryer basket, and you fill it with ice. And you put that on the grill, and it's got to be hot. And as that ice is melting, you hit it with the grill brick. You know what? I like this way better than the oil. It just takes a little bit more time. But it gets it super clean. And, I use this method, every chance I got. Somebody told me one time that, so you can use a fryer basket, or you can use like a metal like six pan. Yeah, you fill it with ice and just throw it upside down, But it's got to be metal. It can't be plastic, or it'll burn the shit out of it. If fucking melted plastic, you fucking ruin the grill. But yeah, somebody told me one time that if you use ice on the flat top, you'll end up cracking it. And I've never seen that. I don't think you can do that. I think that only cracks like fucking ovens or something like that. I don't think you can crack a flat top with ice. No. I've never heard that. I've never seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the only shitty thing about using ice in, what I'm saying, in a fryer basket is that, you make a lot of water. And so either way you're fucked, because you're cleaning a fucking flat top and it fucking sucks. But, if what I'm saying, you just gotta pick your poison. And hopefully any one of those two methods work really well. And just after you clean everything, because it's still going to be hot for a while. It needs a lot of time to cool down. You just treat it with oil and just wipe it down real good, make it look real shiny. Your boss will love you for that. Trust me. All right, we're chugging right along. We are chugging right along. All right. Um, one thing I did want to bring up is that the older we get, the more we see people who have passed away. You know, like people that we see on TV. You know, it's like, oh well, this person passed away. And this person passed away, but we still see like reruns, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird seeing them around. Just like like a couple weeks ago, we just I found a article about Anthony Bourdain. It was his 3-year anniversary of when he died, when he passed, and just like also like Tupac Shakur would have turned 50. This past week or two, and it's strange. It's strange. Getting old, and checking out, or seeing a rerun or a repeat of somebody that had passed. Because and just the biggest impact that they had on you. And it's part of getting old. It's part of it, like, which is weird. Because you see these people who had like really big influences on other people, and not only that, they were stars in their own right, so they had a lot of they're very influential people. Just to name a few, just like the guy, Jerry Seinfeld, Ben Stiller's dad. He's I always see him on reruns of King of Queens, and Seinfeld, of course. And he was just he stole every scene he was in. He was just such a great presence on screen, and it just must have been so incredible to work with that guy. I mean, just to be a part of Seinfeld in general, I think you have to be pretty lucky just to be part of that era. I mean, and then it's just the list keeps going. The list keeps getting longer. The list just keeps getting bigger. And I watch what's that show called? The one with Seth Rogen's friend there, from the 80s. The grandpa there. The Goldbergs. Yeah, the grandpa there. He's great, man. He's great in the Goldbergs, and he's great, And I remember seeing a couple of different movies, but he just seemed like the coolest guy, And I know he passed a few months ago, and so it goes, But at least it's just, it's not that it's weird to see him, It's not that it's not that it's morbid. It's just like, I just wanted to mention him because like I'm getting older. We're all getting older now, so it's like, I think it's like something that like I wasn't like nobody told me that this is something that you're gonna have to go through. I'm saying? Like maybe somebody should have told me that. I'm saying? Like, as you go through this thing, there's gonna be people that are influential that you're gonna see go, and you're not gonna be able to tell them bye, or be able to tell them like what they meant to you, or just how much influence they had on you. They're just gonna go because they're going on their journey, and you need to keep going on your journey. And I think that people, I mean, it sucks that nobody ever got me ready for that. Like I guess I experienced death super young, you know, but it doesn't mean that, I think I was so young I didn't comprehend it. Now that I'm a little bit older now, I understand, and it's I just wish somebody would have got me ready for it and been like, yeah, you know, you're gonna see people come and go, and you're just gonna have to understand that they're on their journey and you're on yours. So yeah, it's cool though. You know, like every time I see a Tupac shirt or some young lady wearing a Tupac shirt, it just or poetic justice, anything like that. It makes me smile because like I think I saw this lady wearing a Tupac shirt and she couldn't have been more than 22, 23 years old, and I was like, oh wow, So it's some legends never die. It's just crazy. It's crazy, you know. It's funny though because like I said, it's like I wonder if when they're gonna get forgotten. Uh, another thing I wanted to bring up was the cicadas are out and every fucking. I watch a lot of like night shows and there's every time I see they're always talking about like cicadas and I think even fucking Kelly and Ryan were eating cicadas in the morning time and I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why are you eating cicadas? Who told you that this was okay? And why are they doing it? Ryan Seacrest is like, oh my god, it tastes like shrimp. I'm like, no, it doesn't taste like shrimp. What are you doing? And I was just like, I don't know, I was upset. And I mean, it wasn't like upsetting. I was just like, why are you guys? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And it was So out here, I live in Oregon, so we don't get many cicadas. But when I was still living in New York, we got cicadas, and my cicada is the only cicada story that I have is like I remember going to a friend my friend's pool party, and he had one of those electric. It looks like a fucking like a lamp, but it's a bug zapper. But you plug it in at night. It's huge. It's like a big cage, and you could a bunch of fucking flies and mosquitoes will run into it, and you can just hear them going off all night. And I remember one year we're at a pool party, and you could hear one fucking bug just getting zapped for like 3 minutes straight, just bzzz. And my homie would just be like, "Oh, it's a cicada! That's a cicada!" Because he knew it. Because every time that fucker would burn more than a minute, it was a big fucker, and it was probably a cicada. So it was a good time when every time because I don't know. I guess you had to be there, but it was just funny. It was funny because the fucker would burn for like 4 minutes, and my friend would be having the best time because he knew it was a cicada. All right. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna. All right. So we're getting into the nitty gritty now. Ah, rumors. Rumors. Uh. Okay. Excuse me. So I did hear a rumor, and I wanted to bring it up because it's not that it made sense to me. It's more the fact that it was pointed out to me, and I had to think about it. I had to really think about it, and I was like, maybe. Anyways, so I heard a rumor. I heard I heard a rumor that Beyonce and Jay-Z, or Beyonce doesn't let Jay-Z kiss her. Like, he can do a lot of stuff to her, but he's not allowed to kiss her. And I was like, wait a minute. And then I heard it, and the person who was telling me was like, well, have you ever seen them kiss? And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I've never seen them kiss. Because here's the thing about that is like, I know Jay-Z was knee deep in, he was knee deep in, you know, women. Jay-Z was, I think he had, Rihanna and a couple other girls on speed dial, while he was still with Beyonce. And I'm pretty sure he still has a pretty ridiculous, amount of ladies. Because he was top of the fucking food chain. You know what I'm saying? Top of the food chain. And who wouldn't want to get with Beyonce? Come on. And I was like, I wonder if it's like a stipulation that Beyonce had, because maybe she caught him doing some really dumb shit, and she was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you, but I'm not gonna kiss you. And then that's how they left it, and that's how they fucking work, But oh my god, I just can't. When I heard the rumor, I was like, no way. And it's like nothing serious, right? Like, I don't care, but it's just like, wow. It's like the one thing that Beyonce has that nobody can get to, that she's not going to let anybody have. Is that kiss. That kiss. All right, here we go. Top 5. We're just going to burn through this top 5 because it's getting late and I want to get into some sports. Okay, so here's my top 5. Okay. These are my top 5 worst things to clean in the kitchen. Okay. I'm talking about industrial kitchens, kitchen stadiums, whatever. Breakfast spots, breakfast kitchens in general. Working kitchens, working restaurant kitchens. Okay, let me just be clear. Okay, because a lot of people don't just think that it's cool. So here's the 5 worst things to clean in the kitchen, in a restaurant kitchen. Number 5 is the grease trap. Grease trap speaks for itself. It's a trap to catch the grease, and you have to dump it out, or otherwise it's gonna get everywhere, and you have to clean up that shit. Number 4 is a deep fryer. If you're lucky, the deep fryer is not on or cold, because it's oil, and it will, if it splashes, it'll burn your shit, and you will get burned. Hot oil is the best way to clean oils, and it fucking sucks switching out deep fryer oil, especially when the oil's hot. It's just not a job that's very glamorous in every sense of the word. It fucking sucks cleaning it. Even it sucks even worse filtering them. But it's you have to, if you have a deep fryer, you have to change the grease out at least once a week. At least once a week. If you're high volume, guess what? You're doing it 2 times a week, and it fucking sucks. Number 3 is the floor mats. A lot of kitchens have floor mats. Behind the bars, they have floor mats because you're on your feet 90% of the time, and the floor mats help out very much. But you spill a lot of shit on them, and so you have to take them somewhere where there's a hose and you have to spray them off, and there's just so much grease and grime and puke and piss and shit and all that shit just in there. It caked in there. And you have to, it's just something that needs to get done because they start to stink. Number 2, the flat top. I just went over why it sucks. Number 1 is the hood filters. So if you working in a restaurant style kitchen, chances are there's a huge hood right above your cooking area. Now, the filters on hoods, on industrial hoods, are metal, and you have to take them all down, soak them in chemicals, scrape them off, run them through. If you're lucky, you have the company you work for, subcontracts that out. Or if you're not lucky and you have to do it, you have to, because they're like in an awkward spot. So you're standing on top of a stove, or you're standing on a crate on top of a stove, or even worse, a ladder on top of a stove, and you're like twisting your body around crazily to get the fucking filters off, and you're just like handing them down, and the filters have fucking stupid edges on them that will cut your shit in a heartbeat. And it's a nasty cut, and it's full of grease. So, you got to get a tetanus shot after that. And it just, it's almost like the worst thing in the world. You definitely need help. You definitely need at least one helper, maybe even 3 helpers. Because, you're going to have to run those through the fucking dishwasher at least 2 times. Okay. Anyways, I mean, it's like I said, I've been at this for a long time, so I know, what it takes. And there's tricks of the trade, and I'm not gonna share all of them with you, but if you're at it long enough as I have been, you know what to look for. If you're getting paid, congratulations. But like I said, right now at this particular point in time, a lot of restaurants are working at like skeleton level crews, and they're all overworked and we're all underpaid. So just keep that in mind next time you go out to eat. Okay, just be patient. Just, be just a little bit of patience. Okay, a little bit of gratitude goes a long way. Trust that. All right. Sports. So right now, how my schedule works, I don't get to see a lot of good games because they're all like on my off days, or they're all the days that I'm working. So I'll catch like highlights, but I won't catch games, which kind of sucks. I'd rather watch the whole thing, but just like I said, like on my off days too, I have errands I need to run, so I don't really get to, see anything really special. Want to give a shout out to my cousin Brandon Moreno. I mean, he's not really my cousin, but we have the same last name. There's a lot of Morenos around. Moreno is like a Smith. There's like millions of us. But shout out. He I didn't think he was gonna win. Figueroa's he's a good fighter. And fucking Brandon took it to the limit last fight. So I thought that Figueroa would figure him out a little bit easier this time. But I don't know. It just this was Brandon's time, so congrats. Last time, my last show, I thought I predicted Mayweather were gonna fucking knock him out in the 4th round, and I'm not sure if he knocked him out or not, but I think maybe he had money on him going the distance. Wow, what can I say? I don't think Mayweather trained for it. I think he was in this post interview, he was saying how he had like his daughter's like something recital or something the week before, and he was like doing things with his kids, and I don't think he trained at all for that fight. Just imagine if he trained for that. I mean, it's like I don't think he has to, but Jesus H. Yeah. I think I'm looking forward to the Barrios fight. The what do you call it? The Errol. I'm not sure which one I'm looking forward to. The Errol Spence Pacquiao fight or the Tank Barrios fight. Because they're both gonna be good, and I probably won't be able to watch them. You know what I'm saying? But those are good fights, upcoming fights, and I'm glad those are happening. I'm glad those are happening. The Euro Cup is on right now, and I live in Portland, and soccer's a big deal here. The Timbers are my team. The Thorns are good too. So I definitely keep up with the soccer game. There's no team right now in the Euros that are fucking wowing me right now. Besides maybe France and Belgium, I think they're on a collision course right now. I don't see anybody beating them. Maybe Italy. There's a lot of like really shitty teams right now too. I don't think Spain's that good, and it's like Turkey too. I thought Turkey had a good squad. Turns out they blow. Yeah, but nothing else really stands out. Right, I think Lukaku's playing like a way different level right now, and but I wanted to bring up the other fucking soccer tournament that's going on right now is the South American the Copa America, the South American Cup is going on right now, and I saw Messi play with the Argentinians. I caught a couple of those games, and I was like, I think right now Argentina, that squad that Argentina has right now, I think they can win the World Cup right now. I think they're that strong. I don't see a lot of weaknesses in that team. I think if Messi really puts his shit together and starts playing with them a lot more, I think that Argentina squad can go far. And the only thing that they're the only other team right now that is playing on their level from there is Brazil. And Neymar's out there, and Marcelo's not even playing, and they're just destroying teams right now because ain't nobody else is good. James, Colombia's supposed to be good, and I don't think they're doing shit this year. But yeah, that's definitely they're definitely on a collision course. Right? Argentina and Brazil, they're definitely destined to play each other, and it's ironic to me how Europe is like their soccer game is so sacred, and I don't think the best players play in Europe anymore. No, I think for the last fucking decade it's been Messi, and yeah, he plays for Barcelona, but he's from Argentina, so whatever you want to make of that, But I think that's it. I think that's a wrap. Oh yeah, the Jazz just got bounced out of the NBA Finals. I didn't see that coming, especially without Kawhi. But at the same time, I don't really give a shit. I'm like, come on. It's like, what do you? It's like everybody's fucking hurt. Brooklyn got bounced out, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, it's not that I wanted him. I didn't want to see him in the finals. It's just that I was just like, man, Kyrie was just got hurt at the wrong time, and Harden wasn't 100%, and they still almost won. I think if Kyrie was there, they probably would have went. But hey, you just can't say that. You cannot say it. There's no shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know what I'm saying? No, none of them. Because, you know what I'm saying, if Antetokounmpo gets his chip, then he doesn't. He's not gonna give a shit. He's not gonna give a shit what you say. You know what I'm saying? And the Sixers just got bounced out, and I'm not no surprise there. They're just like, but the Sixers too. They're there. You know what I'm saying? They're one player away from making a run, a really good run. Atlanta, I don't know how you can not cheer for Atlanta. And it's just like somebody else. I don't know who was saying that. You know, how do you not cheer for the Suns? I'll tell you exactly how you not cheer for the Suns. Here, this motherfucker right here is not cheering for the Suns. Fuck the Suns. Matter of fact, fuck Phoenix. You know, I can say that shit. You know, I don't really, but the thing is, I don't really care. I don't really care. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not up to you who I cheer for. And all I'm saying is that I don't know how you can not root for the Hawks, you know. Just because of what Trae Young's been through and, you know, of what they're accomplishing. I mean, right now it's definitely set up for, you know, Antetokounmpo, it's like wide open. There's nobody on the low post right now who's going to do any kind of defense right now on either side. And whoever comes out of the West, I mean, good luck. Good luck. You know. Right now there's a lot of momentum with the Bucks and the Hawks. And I don't know if the Hawks have enough, but I mean, I'd love to see them in the finals. You know. It's weird how some people jump bandwagons. You know, it's weird because I mean, I love a good game as much as the next guy, but there's just too many haters out there, and want to like a team for the wrong reasons. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't been watching much of the NBA, but at the same time, it's not really worth watching. So I feel like I'm missing a lot. I would, like I said, I would be more interested if Kyrie didn't get hurt or Harden was playing 100%. Even if, you know, Kawhi was playing, I don't even think, you know, CP's is he gonna play or not? Yes. I mean, you know, the Suns are good. Do they have enough? I don't know. Because the Clippers been going through wars right now. If the Suns, you know, Suns just been fucking gliding through everybody. So, see if they get tested. But yeah, there's some things that I'm looking forward to, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to some stuff as well. All right. We did it, guys. We did it. We got through another show. All right. More shows are coming. Y'all be good. Keep your head up. One love, y'all.